Good morning. I'm back from my walk. I've spent about 20 minutes meditating, and while I was walking, I took a nice long walk today. Across the street from me, kitty corner, is an apartment complex, and behind the apartment complex, this trail runs up. There's a canal that runs along there, and this path or trail follows the canal. And it's got lots of trees and stuff, and I think I've talked about it before. What I did is, so I went up the apartment complex. It's got a curvy sidewalk, and I made the end of the curvy sidewalk my goal. And I made it to the end of my curvy sidewalk, about almost 2 blocks, and there was the end, or an opening into the canal trail. So I got on there, and I walked back to my main street on the canal trail, and it was very nice. I got up early. I was awake and out of bed by 5:30, dressed and ready to walk out the door by 5:45, and I took a 45-minute walk. Longest walk that I've had since I started doing this new habit. And while I was walking, I got thinking, what do I want to talk about in a video? And I think I need to talk about how it's benefiting my body, all of the habits that I've been developing. Of course, I've gotten more of a habit now of walking, which is great. But before I started walking, I was already doing some things, such as chewing my food thoroughly and stopping when satiated for every meal. And my push-ups off of the kitchen sink and stuff like that. Okay, so, but I think they stack on top of each other, you know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about, first of all, getting up in the morning and walking. What benefits has come from me walking every morning? And what's important about the morning? First of all, it's cooler in the morning, so you can do some walking without getting overheated. If I tried to do that walk today at 2 p.m., it would be too much. It would be too hot. So some benefits from walking. First and foremost is I am developing stamina. My legs are getting stronger. My core is getting stronger. Yes, my foot bothers me, and when I take long walks on one day, the next day I have to take a shorter walk or do my bicycle, my pedal thingy that I have inside, just to relieve the pressure on my foot. But let me tell you something. When I started out this morning, my foot was hurting pretty bad, and I said, that's just too bad. I'm going to have to walk through it. I got out, and I had an intention of taking a nice long walk, but I was this close. I was this close to saying, oh, okay, I'm going once around the complex, and that's all. But I made up my mind to do a longer walk, and it was beautiful. The sun hadn't even come up. The sky was light. It was dawn, and I could hear the birds, and it was just beautiful. And going up the street that I went up, it's full of tree. There's pines and deciduous trees, and it was cool and nice. No traffic at all. So I went up, and I call it the curvy sidewalk. I went from my busy street, which is nearby, up to the end of the busy sidewalk, which was a block and a half away. And as I went, my foot, which had been in a lot of pain when I started, had less pain. And that's one of the secrets, or one of the tricks with arthritis, is if you sit still, it gets worse. If you move it, it gets better. And I have this is in my ankle and is permanent. I have permanent cartilage loss in my ankle. So there's a reason why it's painful. I don't have that cushion in that joint anymore. But walking it did relieve the pain for a while. It didn't ache horribly the whole walk. There was actually a moment, there were several, about maybe half a block, where it wasn't hurting at all. So moving it does make your joints better. Okay, so, and I haven't even started. The benefits of walking. I'm increasing my stamina. My legs are getting stronger. My core is getting stronger. Sometime this year, I'm going up to McCall, and my sister has some property up there, and she's got a beautiful place for us to stay. And my brother's birthday is in the fall, so we're going to come up to McCall and hang out. And there's beautiful walks there, and I'm getting myself ready for that. So I'm increasing my stamina. I'm increasing the strength of my legs and my core. Going out in the morning. The morning light comes into my eye, and there's a connection between your retina and your pineal gland, which is in your brain. I thought it was on the top of your head, but it's really not. It's more inside the brain. You know what the pineal gland does? It releases melatonin. And melatonin is pretty popular right now for a sleep aid, but it isn't really about sleep. It's about your diurnal rhythms. So when I wake up in the morning and I get out into the morning light and my eye takes in the light, it signals the pineal gland to say, it's morning, it's daytime, be awake now, don't produce melatonin right now. And then as the day goes on and the nighttime comes and it gets dark, your pineal gland starts producing melatonin, which does make you drowsy and it helps you sleep. So by getting up and walking in the morning, not only am I strengthening my legs and my core and building stamina, I am also increasing the quality of my sleep. I still wake up some mornings at 2:30 to go to the bathroom. Then I just put in my little earbuds and I go back to sleep and listening to soft stories of some kind. Okay, so building my stamina and strengthening my muscles, waking up my pineal gland and signaling my pineal gland that it's daytime and we can stop the melatonin production, and better sleep, all from walking in the morning. But what does better sleep do? Sleeping well reduces cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone, a stress hormone. It comes from your adrenal glands. Cortisol is a fat-storing hormone. So if you have more stress, you're more likely to retain fat. So by walking in the morning, I am doing those things. I am just the simple physical act of walking. I am strengthening my legs and my core. I'm opening up my eyes into the morning light and waking up my pineal gland and setting up my circadian rhythm so that I have better sleep at night, and better sleep at night is leading to a better, less stressful life for myself. Those are the things that walking is doing for me.